We'll be working restoration all day tomorrow. We feel like by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll have 97, 98% of the customers restored. And then that last 1,000, 2,000 customers will be working on those on Sunday. So today we have about 700 linemen and vegetation crew workers helping to restore the power to customers. We brought in an additional 280 linemen from the Chicago area that were working storm restoration up there. They're arriving now. They'll get some work done today, but they will be in place and be working to help restore the power all day tomorrow, and that should help us get the lights back on that much sooner. We're working to communicate with our customers and let them know the status of their particular outage and whether or not their lights will be back on today or not. And then as crews are assigned to a particular outage, they will look things over and then make an estimate of when they think their work will be complete, and then when that particular outage will be restored, and we communicate that time to our customers as well. So that's kind of the status right now. I just really appreciate the patience that our customers have. We know it's hugely disruptive to have a power outage, on a hot day like this, and just know that we're working as hard as we can to get that fixed. We're bringing in people from nearby and adjacent utilities to help us with that effort, and we expect to have, we've made a lot of progress today. We'll continue it tomorrow and get things cleaned up as safely and efficiently as we possibly can.
What kind of damage are you seeing?
Yeah, the prevalent thing is tree remnants, tree branches blowing into power lines, bringing the wires off of the pole is the prevalent thing that we've seen. In some cases that we've got broken poles, but that hasn't been quite as prominent as in some other storms. In most cases, we're getting the tree limbs off of the line first with the vegetation crew, and then the lineman crew is hanging the conductor or the power line back onto the pole.
I know there's a map, but what are some of the hardest hit areas, and what would you tell these people?
Yeah, it's at this point it's mostly St. Louis City and County that have been impacted, western part of St. Charles County as well, and a lot of those customers have been restored already. The ones that haven't, we'll have 98% of those on by the end of the day tomorrow.
How far up do you have some of these companies coming?
Most of the 280 that have come in to help us today had previously been working storm restoration up in the Chicago area, but as that effort, their storms happened a while before ours, and so that effort was ramping down, and we were able to secure them for our storm restoration effort.
Now, can you tell a little bit about how mutual assistance works?
Yeah, so it's just a cooperative arrangement between utilities, and so in some cases it's Ameren that needs help from neighboring utilities. In other cases, it's Ameren helping neighboring utilities when they have a storm that impacts their customers. And so it's called mutual assistance for that reason. And the expectation is that you contribute when your neighboring utility needs help, and then they'll help us in return.
Is there anything that we're leaving out that maybe you'd like to add?
I think the safety aspect, that we talked about the nature of the damage that we've seen. It's trees that have blown down into power lines, and they could be on top of a power line. When you see down vegetation, stay away from it. There could be a live power line underneath it. If you see that situation, please call it in to us. And so that's really the safety message around, just the kind of damage that we've seen throughout the region.
I've got one more for you guys. Could you talk a little bit about, we were able to restore more than half of our customers last night. How were we able to do that?
Yeah, so that's a pretty big number that we've had 70,000 customers that we've restored in less than 24 hours. And the way we're able to do that is to isolate the damaged section of a power line and then reroute the power and tie the undamaged section to an adjacent circuit, an adjacent power line, and then have it supplied from that adjacent circuit. And so we were able to get a lot of customers' lights back on without actually having to perform the repair. We were able to isolate and then switch and make restoration that way. And so that really worked out well in the overnight hours last night and throughout the day today. From this point forward, it's going to be more about the repairs that are necessary.
So these guys work, how long a shift do they work?
So typically it's a 17-hour shift. Go home, get some sleep, and then do it again the next day. So, a lot of very committed, hardworking coworkers out here, producing a really great result.
Last thing, so there's a number, or you can sign up to get updates, right?
That's correct. I talked about the information that we're proactively sending to customers on the status of their outage. That only gets to that customer if their contact information is up to date and accurate. You can do that by updating your Ameren account and making sure that the contact information there is correct so that we can get you the best information we can. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank